Hey everybody, welcome to your Daily Smash for Wednesday, February 26th, 2025. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Coming up, the retirement age just got older.
Just when you turn 65.
I'm like, wait, what? I'm 65. I finally hit 65. They, oh no, you can't retire till 67. And you know what's going to happen when I hit 67? You're going to say, nah, 70.
What about me? Are they telling
You got a long way to go.
Are they going to tell me I can't ever retire?
Probably. But I don't want to retire. They say as soon as you retire, you die.
That happened to my Uncle Ruben. My mom's brother was an aeronautical engineer.
Yeah.
Went to Notre Dame. Everybody out there that knows the Patreon people know my cousin Ricky. His son is the judge in Michigan.
Yes.
And my Uncle Ruben had patents. He worked for Roar.
Very successful.
Very successful. And he made patents for these government contractors, right?
Yeah.
He was such a workaholic, and he owned Mexican restaurants in San Diego. So he had, not only was he an entrepreneur, owned Mexican restaurants, he also was an aeronautical engineer. Mm-hmm. As soon as he retired, he died.
How old was he when he retired?
I think he was 70. Young.
Well,
maybe 68, 70, maybe 70, maybe.
It doesn't surprise me. It's been documented that people who are busy live longer. People who retire, whatever.
I could tell you right now, I could totally retire.
More on
and
that.
Be fine with it.
More on that coming up. Also, an amazing number of people drive without a license. We have that story coming up.
Exhibit A.
I did want to share this tooth product.
Oh my gosh.
A friend of ours sent these to us.
Well, they saw that because somebody asked me if I bleach my teeth. And I used to bleach my teeth, but I'm afraid my dentist, Dr. Vartanian, I have sensitivity right here. Mm-hmm. And he's like, just be careful about bleaching your teeth, he said, because it breaks down the enamel, I guess.
Well, these are not for whitening. These are for the sensitivity.
I know, but it was what a coincidence, because I have sensitivity to cold. They told me to use a softer toothbrush, use Sensodyne, use all these things. Well, anyway, Dr. Vartanian
just bought Sensodyne for you.
Yeah. Dr. Vartanian put this clear coat on my tooth. It was he brushed it on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, because my teeth are porous and I grind at night.
All right, well, we're going to try this out.
Okay, how do I do this?
It's from Greenmark Biomedical. It's called Crystal Care Biorestorative Fluoride-Free Dissolvable Dental Strips.
I'm not making any money on this, by the way.
They rely on a targeted nanotechnology that delivers starch-based particles loaded with essential minerals directly into the problem areas of the tooth. So they say this is opposed to traditional products that rarely make it past the tooth surface. Our easy-to-use dissolvable dental strips provide effective dental sensitivity relief while strengthening tooth structure by releasing hydroxyapatite-forming minerals, effectively restoring lost enamel. Enamel.
Okay, Anchorman.
Why does it say an animal in the prompter there? It says an animal. Enamel. It restores lost enamel to protect against painful stimuli like hot, cold, or acidic food and beverage. Who hasn't experienced that?
I have that problem.
Wait, have you put it in already?
No, you know why?
Why?
Because I know how to read directions. And it says, after brushing and flossing, which I have not done, apply strip where the tooth sensitivity is experienced.
You brushed earlier. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, fine.
All right, by the book, you're supposed to floss and brush.
So wait, listen what it says. After brushing and flossing, apply the strip where the tooth sensitivity is experienced. Tray method preferred. I have trays. I have Invisalign. 20 minutes direct application, 3 minutes. Full instructions. Use QR code.
That's for extended use. Now, after 3 minutes, they say the strip should be completely dissolved, and you can rinse any remaining product out with water. The strips easily adhere to wet surfaces and can be placed on the front and folded over the back of the affected tooth. After pressing the strip into place, it should quickly begin to dissolve.
See, I should put these on my Invisalign.
As the strip dissolves, your saliva naturally releases the hydroxyapatite-forming minerals, which have been actively drawn into the subsurface of the tooth. Okay, so you just stick that strip on there if you have sensitive teeth. You leave it on for a few minutes. It'll completely dissolve. And you should... Oh, it says... For extended use, place the strip in a mouth tray for 20 minutes before rinsing. Oh, well, the mouth tray that you wear.
Yeah, but you don't have to, it says.
No.
I'm not
How does
going
it feel?
to.
Do you feel anything?
Tastes like a crust white strip.
Oh.
Like it's dissolving in there.
Okay. Well, keep us posted on the progress
I'll let you know.
Of your crystal care. And by the way, if you're interested in trying out this product, if you have sensitive teeth, go to their website and you'll get $5 off the Amazon price. You can buy them on Amazon, but you can buy them on the Green Mark website.
I'm not getting any money for this, but
well,
the guy that knows that I have this problem, he's the one that said he saw my thing. He's like, oh my God, you have to try these.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Thank you. There was pictures of Miley Cyrus when she was little, and she looks just like your daughter Veronica.
Really?
When she was little.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I remember that, yeah.
Did you think
I
that?
thought the same thing, yeah.
You did? When she was on Hannah Montana?
Yeah, she also looked like the little girls on Full House.
Yes.
When she was a little girl.
She looks more like Miley Cyrus. And she does look like the twins. Your daughter looks like the twins.
The Olsen twins.
Yeah, the Olsen twins. Yeah, she looks like the Olsen twins
She looks like them so much that I was going to send a letter to the show producers and say, hey, if you need a stand-in or if you need like a third, like a little sister.
Oh, really?
Back when she was much younger, yeah. Can I read a quick comment?
She's a cute girl.
Kevin K. said, this show mixes it up. Entertaining, no different from many things out there, including on TV, iPods, the internet. These negative comments are by people who won't be happy with anything these two do. I don't agree with everything they discuss, so what? In what world does anyone agree with another? Who cares how they spend their days doing what they are, adults? While I like weekly job report cards, these two don't need to provide them, as watchers are not their employers. The petty comments are by very unhappy people.
So I wake up this morning to our patrons, Brie and Esther, who used to be on Zooms every single Sunday. Now, I don't know what happened to them or Karen Williman. I don't know.
They ghosted us.
But
they're still patrons.
Yes. But I miss seeing them. But we talk on the phone.
Yeah.
So they sent this thing to me, which I don't even know, because I'm really not on Instagram all that much. I mean, I'll go through that reel.
Yeah.
And follow, and then I'll go through my Instagram messages.
Yeah.
But Esther and
Bree.
Okay, I want to get your thoughts on this, because this was on a TikTok, and I'm going to play you this. Okay, so this is somebody, and then they sent this to me. I
Quick update. Tamara Judge may not be speaking, but Heather Dubrow and Terry Dubrow were caught walking around, and TMZ was able to get a quote on Teddy Mellencamp. Apparently they said that things are looking positive. They got a little bit of a news that things are looking up, and that it's heading in a positive direction, but that they will let the family share any details and news because it's up to them. So keeping an eye out for Teddy Mellencamp, hoping for the best. It can't be amazing what she's going through, given the divorce, now tumors, and it's a lot. So I hope that Teddy is doing well. I hope that everyone is supporting her.
Okay, so they sent that to me, right?
Yeah.
And
are the Dubrows friends with Teddy Mellencamp?
No. And one of the girls said, Heather and Terry are getting so much crap for this disgusting behavior. I bet Tamara's pissed. Who cares what Tamara thinks? I don't have TikTok. And then the other girl said, basically they spoke to TMZ acting like they knew Teddy and spoke of her illness and updates, etc. Everyone is in an uproar. I didn't know about this. So did you guys know about this? And then B said, Heather has zero relationship with her, and Teddy's illness is life-threatening. So for the Dubrows to use this for press is disgusting. And Tamara's actually taking turns with Kyle spending the night at the hospital. Well, that's nice.
But they're glomming on. They're trying to get headlines for themselves.
Said they're disgusting. Oh, don't talk about the Dubrows and their weird kids, or they'll threaten to sue. Exactly. You speak on TMZ like it's no biggie.
For those of you
she
who-
could hypothetically have 5 months to live.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I didn't say that. This is what she said. And I said, I'm sure they know something, right? Because she's filming. I don't know why Heather Dubrow is even on Orange County when she doesn't even live here. First and foremost, let's just start there.
Mm-hmm.
See, and Teddy wants, I go, but I agree. They shouldn't talk. Isn't he a doctor? Isn't there HIPAA rules? Isn't there HIPAA laws?
If she was his patient, for sure, he wouldn't be allowed to talk about her.
But I'm just saying, why would he speak about someone's illness? He's not friends with her.
Like I said, I think they're trying to glom on and get their
They're
own
fame
headlines.
whores. They're fame whores.
That's what I think.
Of course.
Worry about your own stuff.
Worry about your own kids.
Dreamweaver said, love you too with your light and breezy show. I even have my husband watching now.
I love that. Hi,
So
husband.
nice. Thank you. And I want to make a correction.
It feels like there's toothpaste in there.
A couple people corrected me, including Patty B. She said the Eagles are going to the White House. The report they weren't going was fake news. I believed it too, but so happy to hear they are going. Apparently it was the Sun, a British tabloid, that reported that they weren't going, when in fact, supposedly, they will accept the invitation when it arrives. And
Well,
I don't know if
I
they
can
have.
tell you what happened. The Sun knew something. The Sun said that.
Yeah.
And they got a bunch of crap because they didn't want a Dylan Mulvaney backlash again from the people of the United States of America.
I think there would have been a lot of backlash if they'd said no to that invitation. We're like, what are you doing? He's the president. It's an honor. Whether you like him or not, you put politics aside. You go there because he's honoring the Super Bowl champions. There would have been all kinds of fallout, lost endorsements. Think about it. Like, if you're going to make a stand on that, you're not going to go. Well, then
The people already learned from the Dylan
Mulvaney.
all that, how that whole woke crap went about.
But
And that's
also sports-
that's another thing I want to talk about.
But
Orange County is so Republican and so right, okay? And I'm sorry to tell you, but they have, Heather Dubrow and Terry Dubrow had to move out of here because they had to get their kids into woke LA. How come nobody on the Real Housewives of Orange County? See, if I would have been on there, I would have said, like, what you're doing, like why are you allowing your 12-year-old child to change their name legally at 12 years old? Like, that's something that most Americans want to know. But you can't say anything because they're so scared over there, and they're all like in alignment of being woke, that they allow this woke girl who doesn't even belong in Orange County to be in Orange County on
she
the
doesn't
show.
live here anymore.
And she doesn't even live here anymore.
Yeah.
Can somebody riddle me that, please?
Okay.
Please, please, please.
You glad you got that off your chest?
Yeah.
I want to share this story that you shared with me about a sobriety checkpoint in Indian Wells. This is a hot topic, by the way.
Hot topic. Oh, yeah, because I read it this morning and I just was cracking up.
So they
Because
set up
Indian
a-
Wells, people don't know what Indian Wells is.
Okay, go ahead.
Indian Wells is part of Palm Desert. It's a master plan community that actually the Kirchies developed, that we're friends with here in Newport. They're land developers, and they land developed Lido Island, where we used to live. They did the country club in Indian Wells there. Anyways,
It's where the tennis facility is, where they have the BNP Paribas Open every year. That's Indian Wells. That's the Indian Wells Tennis Center.
It's really, really a high-end, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous there.
So they set up a DUI checkpoint on Friday night into early Saturday morning. And they were stopping people and obviously checking their IDs. 26 people who they stopped out of the 1,170 vehicles that drove through the checkpoint, 26 people had no driver's license, which compared to 1,170 doesn't sound like that many, but it's still, it's a small percentage.
I sometimes run out. I don't want to carry a purse because I have everything on my phone.
Yeah.
And by the way,
You should put
I love
your
this
license
thing.
on that.
I'm
You should
like-
have all your cards hanging from the links.
it came with a little pocket purse on it.
That's
This
right, it
thing's-
did.
Yeah.
So 2 people were
But I
arrested.
don't need a pocket purse because I have my Apple Pay on this bad boy.
Right. You should never even carry cash. I always carry cash. 2 people were arrested for DUI. 1 person was arrested for a felony warrant for burglary and possession of a controlled substance. 4 people were arrested for driving with a suspended license, and 26 people were cited for driving without a license. That was over an 8-hour period. Does that sound like a successful sobriety checkpoint, or does it sound like they didn't get that much?
I don't think they got that much.
I mean, only 2 people out of 1,170. They're probably expecting to pull over more drunk drivers.
We'll go during tennis next month, and
Yeah.
they'll find a whole bunch.
Most likely. Okay, hot topic number 2.
Hot topic number 2. Hot topic.
Chelsea Handler says she dodged a bullet when former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo ghosted her. Chelsea Handler says
She's exactly my age. I think she looks like
she's 49.
She looks like she's honestly, and she's had work done.
Yeah.
My friend Jackie Paul this morning.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. Isn't this like, it's coincidence, right?
I don't know what the coincidence
Well,
is.
I'll tell you. Look right here. Jackie Paul this morning wrote this to me at 6:45 a.m. Jackie Paul.
Yeah.
Wait, read it to me. I don't have my glasses.
I was just watching TV and Chelsea Handler was on an interview. She looks so old. She is our age. Her plastic surgery absolutely annihilated her face. Whoa. This is why I don't want Kelly to get a facelift or any plastic surgery on her face, which she has not had. She does treatments, but she hasn't had any surgery. And I don't want you to do it because I think you're going to mess up this beautiful, gorgeous...
But are you going to talk about how she got backlash because she said that she didn't want kids?
Well,
can we show that clip?
She wrote a memoir and said she became captivated by Cuomo.
Is it a memoir or is it a memoir?
A memoir.
I thought it was a memoir.
Well, are you French?
Well, people say amour. I say amour.
She said she became captivated by Cuomo while watching his daily briefings at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. At the time, she revealed her crush on the politician. She said that the two began exchanging flirty texts until Cuomo abruptly ghosted her after agreeing to a date in New York. And Chelsea says she dodged a bullet. In 2021, several women accused Cuomo of sexual harassment, which contributed to his resignation. So she wanted the governor. They made a date, and then he ghosted her.
Can I show the part where she was talking about how she was about not having kids?
This is a day in the life of a childless woman. I wake up at 6 a.m. I remember that I have no kids to take to school, so I take an edible, masturbate, and go back to sleep. I put on my most impractical and stylish shoes since I won't be chasing a child around the grocery store. I go to my fave spot in Paris to grab a croissant. I do a meditation sesh on the plane since I have no screaming kids, allowing me all the time in the world to become enlightened.
So anyway, she's getting backlash for saying all that, right? People are up in arms about that. I'm not gonna lie, she ain't wrong. Okay. Because I can tell you, my girlfriend Shireen, that was over at the house, she doesn't have any children.
Yeah.
And you know, she was like, I'm always wanted to be a mom. It's really sad. And she was like, I've always wanted to be a mom. She's like, I see all these girls out in Newport. None of them cook. None of them clean. None of them have jobs. They're like, I mean, she's like, it is bizarre to me. It's like, you're kind of right. I go, but you know what? Just to make her feel better. I'm like, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. I mean, you might get a kid that has like issues, might have, you know, might want to transition when they're 12. I mean, there's so many things that you can get and you don't know. Well, I mean, like, I just try to make her feel better about not having kids.
Not everyone was meant to have children, and not everyone should have children.
Well, it's like the ones that shouldn't have children have a lot of children.
Like Idiocracy?
Yes. And it's like the women that I know, like my girlfriends that have money.
Yeah. They
have careers. And you know all of them. They work. They cook. They clean. They keep a beautiful home. None of them have kids. It's like a joke.
Well, some of them do.
The good girls that I know that have money and they're like they'll be excellent wives. They're single. I don't understand
Maybe
how or
our
why.
next show will be a matchmaking show. We'll introduce you to some of these single ladies.
But I don't know. I try to hook them up.
Can we get to in the news now?
Yes. In
Okay.
the news.
Social Security retirement age has risen to 67 and may increase further. So, for decades, the full retirement age...
Rick, you just said that in the beginning.
I know, but I didn't tell the story. I was teasing it. It's
Oh.
called a tease.
Sorry.
You tease it, and people are like, oh, I want to hear that story. And then they have to wait until the end of the show.
Oh, I thought you already said the story.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's,
All right. Go ahead.
thanks. For decades, the full retirement age, or normal retirement age, was 65. But thanks to a bill passed in 1983, the age gets a 2-year bump. Why, you ask? Ask me why.
Why?
The answer is life expectancy.
Well, duh.
As life expectancy increases for men and women in the U.S., the age for Americans to receive their Social Security retirement benefits rises. Longer life expectancy has implications for the Social Security program. Old age and survivors insurance, better known as OASI, benefits are received from claiming age until death and has longevity increases, lifetime benefits paid increases. In response, researchers have proposed a number of Social Security reform plans, such as raising the ages of eligibility. It goes on from there. In short, the longer people live, the full retirement age to receive Social Security benefits increases. Now that it's 67.
Wait. So you're 65,
Yeah,
which you already got screwed by doing that stuff anyway.
that story later.
That story later. You wouldn't be able to get those benefits? I thought you were on Medicare.
Well, I am, but that's not Social Security. They're two different programs. Now that the full retirement age is 67, anyone born in 1960 or later can get their full benefits at that time, at 67.
That's a bunch of BS, if you ask me.
You know what the average life expectancy is in the U.S. right now?
Let me guess. 75.
Well, that was a good guess. 77.5. For men...
77.5. What are we having? Like, we were hoping for like a little person in there?
No, that's 6 months.
Oh.
77 and a half. But you said 75. For men, life expectancy is 74.8. But my dad is 92. He'll be 93 next month. For
That's
women,
when my grandma passed away, 93.
For women, it's 80.2.
As much as your parents have double, triple, quadruple vaxxed themselves, I'm shocked that they're still kicking.
The United States has a very low life expectancy compared to other countries, including Canada, our 51st state.
Is
83.26.
That's because
Do you know the highest life expectancy
they
nation?
ate all that maple syrup. It's got all those
Right.
antioxidants.
Do you know what the highest life expectancy in the world by a country is? Mm-hmm. What is it?
Japan.
Nope. You're close.
Not China, because there's a
Hong
billion.
Kong.
Hong Kong.
85.5.
Wow.
That's the average.
Did you say Chinese?
I said Hong Kong.
Well, Hong Kong's a little island. It's not.
Okay, Hong Kong. I said a
Hong
country
Kong is the highest life expectancy.
in the world.
Oh my God, I loved it there. I could have.
You talk about it all the time.
I love it. It was like one of my favorite places in the whole wide world.
Well, apparently, you
I
lived a long
I
time.
lived there and I loved it.
If you had stayed there, you would have lived longer.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
I'm glad you're here.
I mean, could you imagine if you lived to be like 200 years old? That means you'd have to work
Well, according to Doge, someone's 360.
360.
Something like that. 300 and something.
So Rick did a monologue today. If you guys didn't watch it on Newsmax too, it was pretty good.
Thank you.
It was about how these federal workers. Well, you explain it because you're the one who did it.
I should have done it on this show, too.
Well, let's do it now. People like the longer ones. Actually, 2 people said that they like it longer.
2 people? Okay,
Yes.
This is for you two. You two
Only
people.
2.
So, over the weekend, Elon Musk's team sent out an email to every federal worker saying they wanted a response of 5 things that they did at work the past week. Just send us a list of 5 things you accomplished and CC your supervisor. And there was an implication that if they didn't send it back within 48 hours, they'd be fired or they would be taken as a resignation. That wasn't, in fact, the the rule of law for this email, but they do expect people to, or they did expect people to write back, and a lot of people didn't want to. Now,
I don't wanna.
Why wouldn't you want to answer an email that said, tell us 5 things you did at work last week? Because I could say 5 things I did before lunch for work today. 5 things in a week? Are you kidding me? That's so easy. And I said to Kelly, the only reason why people wouldn't want to answer that question is because they didn't do anything. They can't answer the question because they don't do anything at work. More than 90% of the federal workforce is working from home.
I wish I would have gotten a federal job. They get great pensions.
What do you sign
You
up?
don't really have to do anything. You can kick it. It's like tenure. It's impossible to get fired.
I don't know about tenure as a federal employee.
I know, but I'm just saying
But pension.
it's like hard to get fired. And
Apparently, up until now, you couldn't do anything and get fired. No one cared. There was no audits. They were spending money left and right on anything and everything they wanted. People weren't showing up for work. They're not showing up for work now. And they can't answer an email or what I did at work over the past week.
the problem I have with government agencies is that everything is just slow, right? You go to the DMV, it's slow. You go to the post office, it's slow. You go to try to get a passport, it's slow. It's
There's never enough people working.
yeah, it's so annoying. But there's no sense of really making profit.
If you're not working for a bonus or a tip or a better salary or knowing you're going to get promoted, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But the other point was that in the private industry, the
private sector,
pretty much every one of us, the rest of the world, when you go to work, you have to perform or you'll get fired. That's it. We all live with that.
well, of course, especially when you're working for somebody, you have reviews.
If you work
You have
in
performance
retail,
reviews.
you work.
What I'm saying, if you're working for somebody,
I had them at
you
Fox.
have to have performance reviews. I did too at the Arizona Republic.
If I suck at my job now at Newsmax, I don't expect them to renew my contract. You got to perform to be rewarded, to keep your job. But apparently not if you're a federal worker.
So one guy just went postal and said, I think this
Not
is
one
ridiculous.
guy. A lot of guys, a lot of people
Really?
rejected it. Millions.
Wow.
Anyway, we got to go. Have a smash-tastic day, everybody.
We got to roll. We got to bounce.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, 30 minutes. So those 2 people that said that they like it longer, we got it for you, kid. Celenda has made this body better. Getting better with age, and it's because of this bad boy right here. The spoke in the wheel.
Minerals play an essential role in your body's functions. If you don't get enough, you can suffer a long list of health problems. But get the minerals you need and you can absolutely thrive. We used to get our minerals from the food we eat every day, but over-farming has stripped the nutrients from the soil. Crops grown decades ago were far richer in vitamins and minerals than what we have today. You'd have to eat 4 servings of broccoli to get the calcium 1 serving provided in the 1950s. And meat has just half the iron. Here's your solution. Soul Life mineral supplements, including Re-Kick, Reform, and Celenda. They're specially formulated to ensure your body actually absorbs the minerals and nutrients inside. Soul Life has been healing Canadians for years. Now we're proud to be exclusive partners here in America. Click on our link to get your Rick and Kelly discount on these amazing supplements that can change your life for the better.
Soul Life, the minerals you need.